Other guys are like, oh, he's going to be intimidating of me. Whatever. That pissed me off.
That one got you.
Yeah, you got me.
I met a gypsy.
Just not wanting to, because you know these series are so long. Like, I don't ever want to create this extra drama, right? So that's another thing, like just staying out of the drama, period. Because all it does down the road, at some point, it's going to bite you.
Is there?
But then you got other guys like, oh, I'm going to, he's going to be intimidating of me or whatever. But for me, I've been the guy that's been laid low, kind of. Yeah,
has it been
not
hard?
Been the target.
Has it been hard to do that at times?
I mean, of course there's little times here and there, but no, hasn't been that hard. Because for me, the focus is just try to win the race.
Yeah, because there is way more drama that goes on behind the scenes that never gets spoken of and never gets reported. And sometimes I wish it did. Sometimes I wish that it did, because it would make, for a fan, like, it would make it even better, And
yeah,
that's what. So like discipline,
especially nowadays when you're at these training facilities when there's 8 guys out there. Yeah, of course there's that there. Yeah, not for me.
No, I get it. I respect it. It's just I feel like it's hard to just like you just stayed very committed to that lane, But I just feel like you've never even maybe with Jet last year, I feel like you could visibly see that you were like pissed off at like him, not like riding anything that he did on the track or anything, but just like could feel like you were just pissed off at him in certain ways for certain things. But I mean, even like I just made Barsha, that was like an obvious blow up. But yeah, like you just really haven't ever kind of let it spill out into the news or the media or anything like that,
I guess another moment I think of, like in that situation like that, sometime in was it like 2017, maybe Daytona. It was Webb's first year in the 450 class, and it was in the heat race, and he was cross jumping me down one of the rhythm lanes.
Oh,
and he did it a couple of laps in a row. Like, it wasn't like an obvious like big, but he would just creep over, right? And he did it a couple laps in a row, and finally, and then towards the end of the race or middle of the race, this is it. I was like, you know what? I'm over it. Like, I will just kill myself as long as I bring you down too. And then afterwards, I went stomping over to his pit, and I'm like, welcome to the 450 class. That was one of the moments that just completely boiled me over.
Dude.
Yeah.
And it had to have been Webb.
Yeah, I mean, it just... that was one of those times, right? Very far and few in between. But, dude, that was a boil-over moment. Just, couldn't handle it anymore.
That's so good, though.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear on the podcast where Webb basically was just like, yeah, you can't get in Eli's head. He's like, I'm over it. Like, I tried so hard. I'm done. Like, fully just don't want to even try anymore.
Hey.
He's gotten a lot of people's heads, too.
You just try not to give him much, right? You try to... I mean, that's my MO. Like, I just... Yeah. Run icy.
Lost through the veins. I love it. When Jet had his press conference thing in Glendale last year, I feel like I come out and wasn't like defending him. I think I said at the time that it was he does like, when you're a best man at a wedding and you have to like say some that's going to piss off like a ton of people, but you're like actually trying to give like a nice speech and you just look and you're like, no, he didn't just say that. I feel like that was like one of those moments, but did that like actually kind of light a fire in you? Because I feel like that was one of the things where, and then
oh yeah,
after
was
that,
bro, the thing about not being the beast mode,
not the real beast mode.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
That one got you.
Yeah, it got me. Yeah,
I'm glad it did though, because I feel like you're obviously coming back from injury and building. I know what he was trying to say, right? What he was trying to say was, that wasn't Eli at his best, so I'm not going to claim that I beat beast mode. But he didn't say that. He said whatever it was that he said. I'm so glad that it got under your skin, though, because I feel like that got the fire going.
I wasn't not checked out yet, you know? I was over it and done. Yeah, I would have thrown it under the rug, but yeah.
Yeah, because it was you could see, like, dude, Arlington, that was the first, I feel like that was the first time last year where it was like, oh, he hasn't really gone anywhere. Like, he hasn't got it every single weekend,
exactly.
you know? And so you wonder, like, well, to go back to the early parts of last season, like, was it in your head after the injury that maybe the rub, maybe it's like it floated off in the Colorado air that night, you know? Because that would be hard not to have those thoughts come in your mind.
Oh yeah, that was in my mind, you know. So need to go prove it that I can still do it. That's for sure. But those questions creep in your mind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think maybe,
and then everyone beats in your head about how old you are too. That's a really frustrating thing in our sport, and I don't like that. Like I mean, I was getting told I was old when I was my last year at Kawasaki by certain people. I'm like, really? But I don't think that's the case at all. I think it just comes down to if you really are still willing to take the risk and be you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you look at other sports. I mean, I'm a big UFC fan, right? Guys don't hit their prime until they're in their mid-30s. Mm-hmm. Like, if a guy hasn't won a title yet, you just fully don't even care. Like, almost the expectation's not there. Like, and even I could feel in my own body, like, as I was doing my own training and shit, like 30, 31, 32, 33. Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm still on the up, you know? Yeah. But in this sport, I think it's because we got so spoiled, or not spoiled, but we had this example of Carmichael, 25 or whatever he was. Mm-hmm. James. Maybe
they're 27 something, 26, like 27.
27, and then you had the Ryans that dipped early. So it was just, dude, you think that's like...
But they just accomplished their goals in their heads and they were out, right?
Yeah.
But physically...
Could have kept going.
Could have totally kept going.
And
probably.
I wonder too whether the training then was so different. Like the early Alden program and the way that Ricky would have trained through those years. Like, I wonder if you just couldn't mentally do it. And then think about, can you think about winning 4 titles in a row? Like the pressure, like I would be over it. Like, dude, just someone...
Yeah,
just get it off me. Like, take it. I'm over it. I don't want to think about it. So, you almost were in this weird generation where you were the next best guy after all of these greats that retired early. Mm-hmm. So it was probably almost just like the mold was set. 27, correct. You're done.
Correct. Like,
and here's this 28-year-old.
Yep, you're timed out then by 28.
But I think you guys are showing us now that it's not the case.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully we can prove that true.
How much longer do you think your body could do it?
My body's fine right now.
Yeah. Like, you know? I feel like
the Achilles thing was literally just out of the blue. But I mean, now after that one, like, some other things healed up. Like, my back would hurt at certain times, you know, before this Achilles injury. Now, like, I've balanced that out. My neck was starting to get kind of, you know, tweaked out. Now that doesn't hurt anymore. It's like, you could keep going.
Yeah. Do you ever, or do you have big practice crashes that people just never really know about? Where you're not necessarily getting like you'd know if you broke a leg or something. Mm-hmm. But is there just huge ones that just no one will ever know about?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
And it's...
Dude, tell me.
In my career... There's for sure a big Supercross crash. Probably once a season in practice that's like massive that could totally have gotten you hurt, or at least every other year for me. I call it like the Greeper or the Grim Reaper to come out and get you. And I'm like, well, that was the one time in my Supercross this season.
Wow. So you just reliable. You can like.
I mean, a
almost
few
count
weeks
on
ago
that.
in Florida, I spun up the ramp of a finish line double, and I was like full loop out, landed on my back end like case, got thrown over the front, did like this tuck and roll. Could have totally smashed my collarbone, got a concussion, but happened to roll out of it the right way.
That's so gnarly. No one ever.
And then
knows
other
those.
moments hitting neutral. I mean, I've hit neutral multiple times off of on-offs, and just just so rude, you know?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, just huge crashes, and but that's where Supercross is so gnarly. It's one mistake, dude, and you're just such a fine line.
And the amount of laps,
Mm-hmm.
just lap after lap after lap after lap,
Mm-hmm.
is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the air just as much as you are on the ground, so it's not a matter of if it's gonna happen, it's when.
Yeah. What about outdoors? Is it outdoors feel safer?
Yeah, feel safer.
And are
And
the crashes
less-
different?
Throughout my career, for practice crashes, way less than motocross. The Supercross thing is way more those. Wow, that was a big crash.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the story of the one that Dungy had before his last race in Vegas before he retired?
Mm-mm.
So he was saying that it was like a big, big section. He said his whole career he went without a bike failure on KTM. I think in his whole career. Came out of section 3, boom, boom, on the face of a big 4 at Alden's. And just the bike. He said the bike was completely done. Took his helmet off. He walked in and he's like, I'm done. I'm never practicing at Supercross again.
Wow.
And then he went to Vegas and then he won the title. And he was like, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. Scared him that bad.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, I'm out after this.
Yeah, it's a fine line that we walk, right?
But how's the
But-
career that he had without any bike?
Mm.
Like, to go a whole career without having something like that happen too is even like impressive in itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that's fortunate because I would say I've had really good luck on 450s in general, but 250 practicing it's sketchy for the power plant.
That era
Like,
too.
Yeah, my era, I had some sketchy things happen. Yeah.
That you were just
like
running.
blowing up motors at 4 or 5 hours,
Oh.
them just getting rang to their neck, in practice. And at one point I just started doing motos on the 450 because the 250s just were getting too worked.
Well, altitude too, right?
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
got to play a big part, especially on a 250.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. And it's just, the bikes don't cool as well. The things are just getting rang to their neck. They're bound to fail.
Yeah. When you've obviously always done your training like pretty solo, and then you go to Star, and then I'm guessing they like highly encouraged you to spend some time at the farm
Mhm.
this year. I'm sure it was probably like borderline annoying to have to do that. But is it good to spend that time like doing the motos and like being around the kids? And
It's refreshing. It's refreshing. It's like there's a balance to everything. There's a balance to the motorcycle, balance to the training program. If you get too much of one thing, man, you get smoked. So it has been a good balance and a good change up that way. Like it does get old sometimes riding by myself. So it's been good to go down there and race with the hyenas. That's what we call them.
dude, that's
Nipping at your heels. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So it's good, but man, yeah. If you too much of either of those environments is on your way to burnout. Yeah.
You just finished watching a clip from the full 3-hour podcast. You're on our Clips channel. The full podcast live on the Gypsy Tales podcast channel. It's linked right here. Go over to that channel, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and make sure you never miss a full episode of the Gypsy Tales podcast. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you want to watch it on the go, you can also head to our iTunes or Spotify to get the full 3-hour podcast in audio format.
I met a gypsy.